think Atalanta's probably settled in its final resting place.
Roger, never to move again.
Nope.
Yeah, I know, for 1 year. And honestly, I don't remember putting it down last year. But we did do a lot of, no, we did put it down last year because we recovered the hydrophone array. And we were here, we dropped that beadbag pile and it almost landed on top of Herc. Remember that, Trevor?
Yeah, I do.
It says, where did it go? We lost it in the USBL and just poof, a meter behind Herc, almost on the tether.
Yeah, nice.
That's just an old monument, the old style. Maybe it was for a sonar or something, I don't know. Looks like an artificial kelp bed here, reef. No, but I know we repurposed those shortly after for CTD monuments, but that's not, yeah. I think that concludes our benchmarking at 3 minutes and 47 seconds.
Roger. Getting ready for Niskins soon.
So we just did this at a previous site where we took some benchmarking measurements, and we found that the
I'm not
CTD
watching
had
Niskins. Okay.
just drifted almost nothing. Not within its error margin. So unsure whether it drifted at all.
Yeah, that's awesome. And is it common, like, to check them every year? Is that?
No, this is kind of the first year that we're doing this. We traditionally just swap them every 2 years. I bring a new one, and we have people on shore who monitor these on a weekly basis, just checking whether the data is as we expect. But
yep,
we're kind of now thinking maybe we're swapping them too much.
Yeah.
Yep,
So this is part of that process, is getting regular benchmarking, and as opposed to constant maintenance on them.
Sure.
So hopefully a bit of a more efficient system.
Good.
So you did number 4? Nice.
5
There's
and 4.
2, I saw, right?
Yeah, 5 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Confirming? You only need 2 Niskins?
Only 2 Niskins.
Okay. Now what?
Next, we don't want to back into those larval traps, so if we can kind of up and away.
Okay.
We're going to head south of the IP for 44 meters over to the ADCP.
ADCP 44 meters, roger. We'll need a ship move there.
44 meters south of the IP. Is that right?
Yeah. And as we go, I guess I'll get a waypoint on the...
I'm just going to bring Atalanta due south then, because we don't...
Yeah, roger.
Unless you want to locate it, but whatever, I'll just call that in first.
Yeah,
now.
call it in. Great.
Bridge, nav.
Can you set up that camera? I can set up the camera. What am I doing? I can do that.
All right, could we step 30 meters south?
Video, you can adjust the iris at your leisure now.
I'm just moving 30 in case we have anything back up here.
Cool.
Which will be tantalizingly close to on the way back.
Let's go take a location of the
IP, that'd be great.
Yeah, let's do it.
the autonomous JB.
Rennie, if you have a good idea for how we can maybe use the photogrammetry to do like a quick and dirty site layout.
Beadbag.
Is that another octopus? What's down there next to the
Beadbag.
connector?
Looks like an octopus, yeah.
Looks like a GPO.
2 of them.
You can go take a look at those. Let me get a
There's one
location on this
there
junction
and
box.
there's one there.
You can just take a shot right now, and it gave you the whole
Yeah,
stand
See, it's right
there.
off the front
Can
of
you
her.
do that?
Ready?
Cine
Can you
cam.
take some pictures?
So you got a
do you mind
spot?
doing
Let me know. I'll
Yeah,
move along.
stand by.
Standing by. Right off Herc's front.
Just gonna do a DVL reset, why not?
Yep.
That seems right. Okay, this is the, what's the name of this IP? Just
This is the 1026.
what's,
So,
I got
oh yeah,
too many
JB13.
things. JB13. JB13 and 2024-06.
And if we could get a heading too, please.
That's got to be some kind of record. 3 octopus in
Heading is
20 minutes.
10. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Not if I am wrong. Ooh, don't do that. Take it easy. Heading is 105, 104.
Thank you.
That's one of the, you can plus minus 90s to get what you want. But 104 is one of the sides.
All right, Trevor, have a quick looky-loo, and then we got to keep going.
You betcha. Atalanta's move has already been called in.
Yeah.
And we will, we still have a few minutes till we'll see that down here. So we have the time to spare.
Yeah.
I'm just going to photogrammetry this. Does that make
Well,
sense?
Video, feel free to zoom in
Is
as
that another
you
one?
see.
No, that's a hagfish.
Yeah, hagfish over
Let's
there.
look at the legs out one first.
Legs out. You pretty much find these octopus in two configurations.
Steve, did you turn the photogrammetry
legs out,
on?
legs in.
No, I'm still waiting until we sort of... Are we going to scan a bit? What do you think, Dirk? Or
we can do that
I
after
don't know
I-
what you're doing right now.
No, we're waiting for a ship move so we can make it to the ADCP.
Okay, this is a good time to start a
Yeah,
scan.
you can do that, sure, yeah.
Is that all
We're
powered
starting
on?
now.
I'm not sure. Okay, guess
Oh,
it is.
look at that.
Cool.
So once
I'm
for
going to
anyone
back up
listening, we're
towards
just
that other
quickly
one.
waiting
You can stay
for
zoomed in
the
if you want
ship
video.
to move south so we
Sure
can
thing.
move the ROV south as well.
Do you have this target data?
Nope.
I do, thank you.
Ooh.
IP
What's up?
address, uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll go a little
I'm
bit
gonna
wide.
Get out of there. Come wide, please. Didn't like that feeling.
What's the question?
What are you thinking?
I thought I backed into something.
Okay.
Your butt cam was clear.
My butt cam was clear.
CTDs were behind you though.
Yeah, I think I bonked that other monument.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. I was far up and back, so I wasn't right at that octopus. I'm gonna not take a video of that other octopus. Sorry, Dirk.
No, it's, it's fine.
Yeah, I all of a sudden went, whoa.
Atalanta may be starting to move.
I bucked this way.
Yeah, we're
Bow.
still okay with Atalanta. There's still not a.
Yeah, it was no. Totally.
I just meant to go locate the ADCP. We can
Right.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
sight it.
So when you're ready, we can move over to the ADCP.
Try to pick it up in this guy.
Steve, just let me know when you turn the photogrammetry off.
Is there a cable I can follow to the ADCP?
Yes.
Yellow curly?
No, on the far side, you can see on the back side of the yellow curly.
The orange flat? Straight one?
Orange flatty, yeah.
Yeah, something in yellow, green and yellow, or blue and yellow or
Looks
something?
like, yeah, black and yellow. You know what it is.
Yep. I will follow that cable to the ADCP.
Green and yellow.
Green and yellow. There's all sorts of cables down here.
So you're just going to want to hop over this yellow cable.
Yeah. Oh, and people can confirm their site layout diagrams of cables on top of and underneath other ones. Look at that. What an opportunity.
Yeah, that's kind of where it would be interesting, Rennie, not now obviously, but at some point coming up with some kind of plan to use this photogrammetry feature to map our sites out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be ideal to not have beacons in front of it.
Oh, the beacons are right in front of it?
Yeah, but
the camera?
yeah.
Oh, there's no top down.
There's top down.
Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with what is being used for the photogrammetry, but I think it's that one, the one that has the beacons in front of it.
Gotcha.
Not the upper, but I could be wrong.
All right, I think you're looking straight at ADCP there, Trevor.
I like to think so. I'm at the end of my leash right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I can give you a little more leash though. Sorry, I'm
Okay.
way up
Raj.
for the under,
For the underness.
for
Yeah.
the underdog.
We might as well stop the photogrammetry. Yeah, don't bother.
So are we saving this photogrammetry? Okay, and you've stopped it now? Okay.
Look at this acoustic Doppler current profiler.
Oh. So,
Do you want me to follow this orange cable all the way through that loop or just go straight
no,
there?
I think you can take the shortcut.
Okay, roger that.
Okay, you have plenty of scope.
Thank you.
Okay, so the first thing we want to do is get a position, heading, orientation of this ADCP.
Roger that. Is that a campfire ring there
Where is that?
on the close side? Looks like a campfire ring.
I know, we could just stop for a little beach fire right now.
Yeah, I think so.
mean, you could
Warm
kill
Perk's
this.
hands
It's
up.
already over there too. Yeah.
What's this thing
I
right
love
at the
that.
bottom? Is that an octopus? Can't be, right? This thing? What is that? Sponge? Okay, so that's an old piece of steel.
Yeah, campfire ring.
Oh, that's, you know.
If nothing else, now you can maximize this and pull this up and just kill that, since that's
Okay,
redundant.
Cassie, that's going to be our heading.
Heading is right there.
What is that?
93,
What's that?
92.
92.
And we'll drop a waypoint soon.
Pardon, Dirk?
92 is the heading of that one.
Yep.
So it has not changed much.
No.
Looking from this direction, it's 92.
We're just troubleshooting something. We'll get a position dropped momentarily.
Yeah, go for it. Troubleshoot away.
Yeah. Let's take a heading again.
It's no longer
92.
timestamping it, so it should be okay. Okay, so we can confirm that the heading did not change.
Roger.
Okay, I'm back on, sorry.
No problem. Can you please drop a waypoint here, or mark, or whatever you want to call it? We are at the ADCP. We have
Roger.
confirmed heading, and once you've got a locational, then we can...
Yeah, and then ultimately the goal at this ADCP is to ditch our first beacon just to the east of it.
Just to the east of it. Roger, that's the direction I am facing.
And Nav, when you have the position, I'll input that as well.
Roger.
What's this green section of happiness up ahead of us, Dirk?
Sorry, what was that?
What's the green section of happiness?
I don't know.
I don't know. I marks the spot.
That is a University of Washington inactive deployment site with
Roger.
some older device.
Older device.
We don't
Okay,
need to worry about
You've
that.
got the
I
spot
think
there, eh,
in the
Rennie?
dive plan we're
Got it.
supposed to check it out and see if it's in the way, though.
It's not.
The
Okay.
green thing? Yeah. Would you like us to put this beacon out now?
Yeah, and we're
The
gonna.
piezometer one?
Of course you're going to the east. You need more leash for that. How far to the east?
Yeah, that's the question. I think we're putting it right near
Just
it.
near, just right near.
How about if we stick it right in that green strip?
Yes, that's
Okay.
far, as long as we kind of know how
Go for
far
it.
away it is. But it's,
Data, are you good with that target?
I
What's
am.
that, a
Did
meter
we
and
have
a
a
half
heading
away?
on that?
Roger.
Do we have a heading on the ADCP?
Yeah, what was the heading, Dirk?
it was 170. Same
It was
thing that.
90
191 or
92.
92, but in a different heading, right?
092 was what I had.
092.
But yeah, whatever's up for you guys.
What's it?
Thanks.
You can grab away at your leisure, Gab. I think so.
Oh yeah, because they're the non-grabby, they're the parallels.
Right by that green guy. That's dead east of it.
We have the pole too.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna tilt down a bit.
Okay, so for this next one,
So this one that is being deployed, let me just,
Yeah, 2405 is its address. And I have a photo of the porch, and we're taking them in order.
near
so we can double check.
ADCP, roger, all good.
Okay. Yeah, those two sacrificials, yep. Nothing on the threaded rod. I'm gonna haul in on Delta.
Yeah, it's probably still settling.
What's that, Rennie?
I think Atalanta's probably still got a little southward that is settling in.
Okay. And once you're set up there, Gab will come back down towards the bottom. I left for a sec there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, whatever. Dealer's choice. I don't know who the dealer is, but that person can choose.
Could use another game.
Yeah. You want a vehicle or arm it? Arm will do the last bit? Sounds good. Standing by.
And Nav, we'd like a waypoint when this is in as well, please.
Okay. It will be
Still standing by?
nominally east of the...
Little. Yeah, it is. Do you want to regrab or are you going to be fine? I think it'll be fine. Yeah, roger that. Okay, I'm probably as low as I want to get. Okay. Really trying not to land, if at all possible. Push it in more.
I don't really trust that threat.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
Nice, lovely.
Too much. No, it's fine.
Shut up. Love that. Okay, great. That is a meter south.
That's a meter.
Nope, just kidding. That's a meter east of the other one.
Perfect. All right, so next step is a quick. Rennie, you've got the landing zone for MudMat JB.
Yeah, just give me a
MudMat.
second here. Let me record this for data.
Okay, gotcha.
Um,
Trevor's drifting off.
No,
Beacon.
I'm not.
Dude,
sorry, that was 2405, yeah? Beacon 2405.
Oh my.
Okay. Would you have that data?
I do, thank you.
Can,
Okay. Sorry, Dirk, go ahead.
I think I'm just gonna, I'll steal that number. But okay, so the next step, if we were recorded, Cassie, you've got it?
Pardon?
That you've got the location?
I do.
All right, so there's a JB13 MudMat on your nav screen there. Rennie,
Yes.
if we can navigate to that site,
Try,
the landing zone.
Try there. Yep, and that's where this new mud mat will go, right? There's nothing
Well,
that's...
that's where we aim to go with it.
Okay, so we'll go
Roger.
inspect it.
Going to where we aim. Stand by 15 seconds.
All right.
Are you able to put
Cassie,
winch
do you
where
mind writing
gauges
that
are?
coordinates down for
And
me?
gauges where winch
right
is.
underneath there.
If
And-
not,
Yeah, I can later. I'm in the
Rennie
middle
can do
of
it pretty
something
easily.
else.
when you're done, yeah, sure, thanks. That you'd prefer there?
Do you want me to do it? I can do it.
Oh,
Amber's on it?
it looks like she's doing it right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Turk, just to confirm that that mud mat area that we're going to is about 12 meters to the east, northeast.
Yeah, kind of northeast. Looks about right.
Okay, roger. Just making sure. So we're just going to this target right here. It shouldn't be anything. That's where we plan to land the mud mat.
And this is where we plan to put another beacon?
No,
Plan the
we're just going to check
No.
this spot out. And it'd be nice to get a reference point for range and bearing to the ADCP when we're there as well.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, but once we're at the spot, we'll just point at the beacon and reciprocal.
How is it that the
It'd be hard to arrange the spot. There's nothing.
There's a sword.
Hey, yeah,
Nice.
sword.
Is that the sword we're supposed to find?
That's the sword, yeah.
Oh, side quest.
Side quest. Well, there's a pink coin next to it too.
Excalibur.
Ooh.
Okay, so that
I mean,
sword.
we'll give you a key.
I'm going to roll a dice.
Yeah. Okay, we're just about at that point, just a little bit further. Is that where the sword was on this target?
No,
or is
it's
that
not.
just,
The sword was always off to the side.
Okay.
What? It's not excalibrated for this?
No, it's not. This is like the spot we're at is kind of a
Trevor's full of zingers.
hypothetical ideal landing spot.
Okay, so this is where that target is. We're pretty much at it right here.
Yeah. So just want to record that position again for us.
I can just give you back the same coordinates.
Yeah, okay, we're there. Then what we want to do is turn back.
Auto irising closed bubble.
So we want to turn back and face the ADCP?
Yeah, just see how far exactly
So
away
you're
that
facing
is.
that right there.
Roger.
And I'm going to write this one down to nav.
It's the same as.
Roger.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, but I'm going to put it in the annotation.
So Rennie, for context, what we're going to be looking for is a range and bearing from that beacon we just put down to this mud mat landing zone. And we're going to record that, and that's what we'll provide to the cable ship.
Roger. Okay, we're doing a full 360 here to look. Do you want to also kind of
Thanks, nav.
pan around to the south to make sure that that's all clear too, or are you fine with that?
There shouldn't be anything to the south.
Okay, roger.
Can you see that in your sonar at all or not?
Let me come
Probably
down.
not.
I'll come down a little bit more.
Yeah, we might be able to when we come down, otherwise we could always just
Probably in
drive to
this
it.
one. There
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
You see it?
Up on the Tritech right there.
Oh yeah, there we go. What are these?
That's just
10 meters,
Yeah,
just
it's
about.
Bigger? I can make it bigger.
We'll see once it comes around.
what exactly
Yeah.
are the
Happy?
beacons that we're dropping
I'd
off?
say like 8 meters.
8 meters. Yeah.
8 meters.
7.5. So
ultra
that's
short line
almost 9.5.
baseline.
9.5.
Ultra short baseline
9.5, okay.
beacons. that we're
Okay, do you guys
providing
copy that back there? Sorry.
No, I
Positioning
can't.
context for the
What would you say?
cable ship.
9.5
One
meters.
moment,
Okay, so that's 9.5 meters from that location that you have for the landing zone. 9.5 meters at what bearing?
Once
In-
we'll set her up and we'll get a good.
At
There we go. Okay.
226
From this landing zone to the ADCP 225.
225. All right, perfect.
So what's 225 minus 180? Because we want it in reference from the beacon.
Okay.
Yeah, which is fine.
I don't know if you can just draw that right on high pack and give us the range and bearing from that, since the positions seem to be lining up nicely.
I can just do it from Herc's heading, yeah, something like this. Or we could just minus 180 if that's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the trick.
225 minus 180.
45.
45.
45.
45?
Oh, you mean the major one that I always look at all the time? Those reciprocals?
Those ones.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, that mark that we just placed to that beacon mark, what's the distance in high pack on that? Is that kind of lining up with our 9.5?
Well, it's going to depend on like, think about the size of Hercules, right? And when we
I
spin
guess
around.
so. We're going to be off. Okay.
So to the ADCP on high pack, I've got 11 meters, and to the beacon, I've got 8.5 meters.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And that's just going to be in the rough. Yeah,
Awesome.
rough landing zone.
Okay, so the next little task is now that we have this spot surveyed relative to that ADCP, we want to our east and kind of northeast, there's going to be a backbone or a uplink cable on the others, essentially behind us. And we want to go place another beacon kind of to the nearest point of that cable to this spot that we're at right now, if that makes sense. It's kind of, if you don't have a map, it's kind of confusing.
I can come up and show Rennie the map.
Okay. You guys have secret maps back there, and you're
I
not
don't know why
giving
you
me the
guys don't
maps?
have it.
Yeah.
We should really have these
What's
on the
happening?
dive plans.
This happens all the time.
So
Yeah,
choose your own adventure.
In the middle of the dive,
There
they
is
come up with a map that would have been very
There is a
helpful.
binder that has maps and diagrams for the navigators. Do you have that, Rennie?
No,
It's
I do not.
here at my
Oh.
feet.
Oh, Dirk is hoarding it.
It's been, I'm
Pass
not
the
hoarding it. I've just seen it every single time I've
Oh
showed
yeah,
up.
that belongs
Hey,
up
Dirk,
with the
What if you put
navigators.
those site layout diagrams in the dive?
If you pass
Right
them
down
out
here.
really early, then there's no reason to be back here.
Right there. We could do this from shore.
Yeah. What are you even doing here?
It's right down there for you.
No, I mean like the relevant ones put in the dive plan would be pretty helpful.
You know, we can dream that up.
I'm dreaming it.
Could happen.
Keep dreaming, I guess, eh?
Dirk, was there a position you wanted me to write down for you, or did you get that?
No, just that very first beacon location.
Yeah.
It needs, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah,
putting
so
that
we've
in
got
that
a
top
beacon here, we've
right
got
there.
this landing zone, and then there's a cable over here. We want to find the closest kind of point between this and this.
Okay.
So we'll find this cable, find the kind of the closest point, we'll put a beacon there, and then they're going to land it here
This is
between the
gonna be
two
crossed
beacons.
Okay, so I'm going to come back around to starboard
Roger.
just to do a 180.
Yep.
Can I borrow your pen? Mine's not good.
Secret maps. I remember this game.
Careful for what you wish, Rennie. You
I know,
can end up
yeah.
with a bunch of maps like I just sent you
I
the
know,
other day.
Steve gave me like a hand-drawn map that I got a geo-reference onto it. It was like Loran
Get
Sea coordinates.
What is that dollar thing by the sword? Shield?
A shield, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Someone's disc?
What's the square?
Let me know if you're gonna need an Atalanta
I
move.
see a
I
cable.
feel like if you just turn, like
see
do
the
a pan
cable.
to the left, you probably see the closest point of the cable.
I can also come down.
Is
10
that
meters.
not it there?
That is.
That is it.
So maybe a little to the left, that one?
A little
Just
to the
whichever
left.
point.
It's, well, I don't know, if you
There
look
we
at
go.
the nav screen, to the left maybe a bit north. We'll see.
Left is north.
I'll drop some breadcrumbs.
Okay, I gotcha. I'll get
Left
those.
is north of breadcrumbs.
Range to IP. Oh, range to IP. Ooh. So
Yeah, we'll get that. For
Yeah.
I warned him we'll be asking for it.
Okay, and I'll record that in the annotations as well.
Sure.
Thank you.
Actually, speaking of that,
Parting quite a bit.
Rennie,
Yes.
the just to confirm, I think the bearing from the beacon to the landing zone, that was 45, but the range was that 8.5 or 9.5?
9.5.
Sure, 9.5, somewhere in
9.5.
there. It's
Thank you.
pretty rough.
Yeah, it's all kind of in that 2 meter noise, I would say.
Okay, so we're at a cable. I'm just gonna, why don't we drop some breadcrumbs and kind of follow it to the starboard, and we'll figure out which one of those is the closest to the...
I think that's a wonderful idea. We might even be able to move this cable a little bit further away from the mud mat landing zone.
How's it going?
Is it fiber or copper?
It's fiber with a
Fiber.
flat oily on the end.
Okay.
But the oily's not by the, it's way over by the platform.
Oh, it's got the termination.
Okay,
or whatever
do
it's
we
called.
want to do that? And what are we doing next? It's going to determine where I put Atalanta, so we're not waiting on that.
We're
too
going to
often.
be surveying this
hold
cable.
on, hold on,
yeah.
Nico. How far away from the spot are we from the landing zone?
From the landing zone spot to this cable right now, about 12 meters.
12 meters, okay.
So kind of equidistant on either side.
So just give us a second here, hang out.
Roger. Hanging out. I'm capable of chilling. I have 2 mouses in my hand right now. So maybe I'm not.
I am capable of chilling, he says seriously.
Okay, so Rennie, we're gonna follow this cable, probably start a little south and then just do a snail trail towards the north, and then we'll pick kind of a closest point to that landing spot and put the beacon right there.
Okay. How about north to south?
Sure,
Because we're
that
already
works
at
too.
the north, I think the northernmost that we would want to put the beacon, unless I'm mistaken.
No, that's fine. And then I suspect, okay, yeah, let's do that.
And then just to be clear, afterwards you may be wanting to go back to the JB for a range and bearing to the JB?
Just hold on. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Let's just go to the Atalanta, just to the tether extent. You'll follow this cable down south. I'll drop targets along here, and we'll pick the closest one. So there's one temporary target.
Roger. Do that. Sorry, do that now.
Yeah, go ahead, do that. I've got a target, yeah.
You just want to go till we run out of leash?
I think so,
I think so for now.
Roger that.
I'm just dropping some breadcrumbs.
Are you Hansel?
My mom tells me I am.
Pew.
Pew. Okay, we're starting to approach the edge of the leash. We'll keep going.
Spin around just for fun. Give you a little bit extra.
Ooh, that little bit.
It all adds up, you know?
Okay, I've got some trail markers. If you're looking at high pack back there.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah.
Probably where we started?
Probably where we started was the closest, eh? And then
yeah, let's go
if you want to go even further north, we could probably have the leash to do that.
We can check it out, sure.
Okay, so we'll go back to where we came and then follow it a little bit north, and we'll see if it gets any closer.
Okay.
Cool. But we definitely don't have to go too far north.
Yeah.
Do we know which cable this is we're looking at?
Yes. This is the uplink cable.
Once you get turned around, we'll come up
hang
slow.
on. Yeah.
Sure.
That information is on a third map that only one person has.
Hey, you have a stack of maps behind Josh. He just doesn't want to pick it up.
Stack of maps?
What?
His folders
got a binder
Whole
full of
binder of
binders.
maps. You can look up
Okay.
IP addresses. You
This
can look up
is-
whatever you want.
Not those kind of addresses.
I was yelling at them, but it was coming from inside the house up here.
Yes.
Front row, when you guys say dropping some breadcrumbs, what do you mean there?
I'm just dropping targets on our navigational screen that can give us latitude and longitude, and that way, for this purpose, we're just kind of trying to find the lay of this cable and which point is closest to another point.
Gotcha, so we're like plotting a line here.
Yeah.
Is that Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how they get home.
Every time someone says
Wolf
front row,
gets it.
I just hear row.
I'm just painting.
Finger painting.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
I really like the reference when
I can
someone
see
calls
that.
it a snail trail. Snail once went into my house, and I followed it room to room to room till I eventually ended up at the snail. They leave that kind of slime.
What did you do with it?
Oh, it was dry as a raisin.
Yeah, how long did that take?
I don't know. I only saw it at the end.
I had a snail that came up the stairs, went into my house, ate half a jade plant, went back out the door, and I followed the whole snail trail, and he must have lived. The
Yeah.
jade plant re-mucused him.
Wow.
You must be scrambling at that point, right? Because if you don't find a water source, you're drying up.
All right, that's probably as far north as we need to go, yeah? Let me
Yes.
see. Here is the closest point is the first one we went to.
Okay.
Excellent.
I love that invasive
That's some
snails
skilled
is a
driving
problem
right
for
there,
you
yeah.
guys. This is not a,
Yeah, you just
not a Los
that
Angeles
was really
problem.
good.
But
right
they're
there.
big
I'm gonna
too.
go there.
They're
Okay.
banana
Okay,
slugs.
Yeah.
so that is where you would like the beacon, right next
Correct,
to the
yeah.
cable?
That's
Okay,
correct.
so just go to there where you've dropped in and we'll put a beacon next to the cable. I'm gonna erase, no, I'll leave them just for fun.
That is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having fun. I got to do some serious Atalantaing there. Just like
Nice.
Yeah.
low delta, facing the wrong way, you know? Spicy stuff. It's good.
Control Z.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that. Doing that right now, actually. Undoing the winch.
We're just gonna have to trust AJ with all of this at the other site.
Sounds like you're not sleeping.
What's that?
Sounds like you shouldn't sleep.
Oh, I trust AJ 100%.
I know, I'm kidding. AJ knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't mess up often.
So we're going to be putting a beacon here, is that correct?
At that first location, yeah,
Yeah,
here.
you're right about there.
Yeah.
Cool. Ready for that now?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, how do you feel, Josh?
I feel great. You want to put it on the right side of the line, I guess, just to give you a little bit of cushion.
Probably. Oh no, I'm all twisted up.
What do you want to see?
I want to turn my tether here. There we go.
Oh.
By that I mean headphone.
Ooh, wow, that's even slower.
I've already recorded that.
No, or no.
Yeah, I just
one.
a tilt down, it'd be fine.
Sure. I'm just gonna try. I just want to try this here. Oh no, am I the right thing? Yeah, I am.
So
Just-
where's
yeah,
this
just
one
tilt
being
down.
placed?
Down.
Right next to the cable.
I'm gonna
This is gonna
retract.
go right next to that cable,
Sure.
yeah.
The other kind of tilt down.
That's fine.
And Steve,
This one says
you
near
made these,
cable.
right?
Sure it's the right beacon?
The cable.
these beacon stabbers?
Super well labeled.
Yeah.
Goes near cable.
Well, we put the piezo
Near
one next
cable?
to the ADCP, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
Can't give you full credit.
Lots of skill in
This is the giant aluminum tube
hose
one.
clamping that piece of
Yeah.
rod.
someone's got a rig.
This one comes with a free push core.
Yeah. Just wee though.
That push core is
did we
gonna
turn
live in
them
that
on?
piece of aluminum in our shop for forever.
Here I am. Ready.
They are turned on. I don't know if Rennie can ping them, but
You can look if you'd like.
I'd look.
We did turn them on and we did look, but we can look again.
Woo!
Whoa, you sure
Stabby.
don't point that thing?
All right, zoom in, please. If you're ready, Josh.
barrel
Yep.
of a gun.
Yeah, careful who I'm pointing that at.
You lined that up perfect.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's really nice.
Yeah, where's the switch
Okay.
though?
Behind the red
Can you
tape.
use the telescope to
Okay.
zoom in on the
Can you
cable?
rotate?
And that's good. It is turned on for sure.
Yeah,
We know.
Okay.
definitely on.
There you
On.
go. On.
On.
Confirmed. Come wide, please.
Turned
think-
on.
I think Trevor,
Oh for on.
Gabby, myself, and Nico all confirmed this.
All right,
I was
so
contemplating turning them on myself and just wasting the batteries, but
Steve's going to run around turning them off. So
Someone's saving batteries.
Oh for on.
I wish they picked something else.
Oh, is also off.
So this beacon is the mud mat landing zone reference.
No, it's what we're
Next to the-
referring to
next to the
as
cable.
near cable.
Near cable.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
land
referenced
here.
in the dive
don't
plan.
land there. Okay, let me know when you're ready and I'll blanket in.
Yeah, I'm about a meter off the bottom.
Ooh.
Ready anytime.
Okay, you happy there, back row?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks good.
Going for it.
Oh yeah.
It's a little
Good.
cattywampus.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't think that matters.
I can't do anything about it anyway.
You want it? No? No?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Just nothing hurt but my pride.
Okay.
So obviously we're going to want a good position of this, Rennie, and then we're going to want, from the beacon's perspective, a range and bearing to the mud mat landing zone that we visited earlier.
Back there.
Well, you can just draw that from HiPAC, I think. There's not going to be much to reference.
Okay, can do.
Are you happy with the porch right in front
From
of
the
it?
beacon to the landing zone, I have bearing 199, distance 13 meters. And that is beacon 2406, according to everything I have.
And if you, yeah, okay, sweet.
And I think I will clean these targets up for now.
Rennie, can you also
Yes.
provide, from the perspective of this beacon, range and bearing to your IP mark, the instrument platform?
Roger. I have 320 bearing, 33 meters.
Okay, and then can you do the same thing for the other beacon that we placed, the ADCP beacon, a range and bearing to the instrument platform?
From the beacon to the platform,
That's
again,
correct.
is 348 bearing, 44.5 meters.
That was the ADCP to the mud,
It takes
to the
a while.
IP.
It finally like finds it after a while. I think it settles, but man, that's pretty wacky.
Okay, you guys have all those measurements, and do you need any more?
That's all.
No, I'll need the lat and longs from them at some point to provide to the cable ship, but we can do that at any point because it's just from your marks on your HiPAC there.
Yeah, Nav, could I get a waypoint for this beacon up on the screen?
Sure. There you go.
Thank you.
Nothing on the dive plan, but I do think, like, oh. Okay, once Cassie, you've got that position, the next thing is we're pretty much done at the site. What we want to do is follow this cable, make a little bit of a snail trail, and just make sure that it doesn't, okay, I guess, Rennie, can you go from our LZ to kind of the node in a line, and then we want to see if this cable crosses that line ever in the next like couple hundred meters.
Okay.
That's going to be offset a little
So
bit.
it should be following from the landings on the reciprocal of 315.8 degrees.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Coincidentally, the reciprocal of 315 uses the same numbers, same digits.
Yes. It's 495. 135.
Just with a little spin in it.
Yeah, 135. Okay. Just triple confirming. Okay, sure, we can do that. I think we'll want to drive down the cable, and I'll just periodically measure that to make sure we're not on that.
Yeah, we're just kind of, oh, you can't draw it in there.
Not permanently, no.
Okay.
Not easily, not permanently.
Gotcha. All right. Can you, just for reference, kind of put a mark for us on your screen roughly along that line so we can just kind of visually see if it does cross or not?
Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
Any more along there, or are you okay?
No, I think that's good.
Okay. So, and when you say follow this cable, it's the one that we're on, right?
Yes, the yellow one,
Okay.
kind of towards the southeast.
And where is that one going?
That goes to the node.
That little yellow cable?
Yeah.
That's the node cable?
Yep.
Wow.
So we're really hoping to see that it doesn't, well, it's not backbone cable, right? That's just a...
That goes to the, is there another mud mat down here?
No, this is not MudMat. This is a different system of cable lay that was laid under an ROV.
Oh,
So it's a much lighter duty cable.
got it. Okay, following it to the south, east, I'm going to move Atalanta at, I'm just taking a guess, I'm going to move it at 100, 35 meters. Bridge nav. 3-5 meter step, bearing 100. 3-5 meters, 35 meters, 100.
So that's the size
Thank
of
you.
cable that feeds Endeavour, main Endeavour field, over 5 kilometers.
Can you zoom out on
Pretty impressive,
this one, please?
little
Yeah,
guy.
really.
I think they're identical, 18 millimeter or 19 millimeter. I
But
can't-
yeah, it's all going to be that next end.
Is the ship bouncing
Rockwell
around?
system.
What are we looking at there?
You mean just that movement?
Maybe it's just zoomed in enough that
Yeah,
it was...
it's zoomed in a lot, so you're
Okay,
seeing
it looks
like,
really solid, yeah.
seeing like the hertz.
Yeah. Ouch. Thanks.
Yep.
Are they pinned down periodically, or they just
No, it's like so with some ROVs you can have like this through frame lift underneath. So we lift up a whole spool of cable
I'm
and it's
tight
through
now.
the strength member of the,
Go down a bit,
umbilical.
but-
Uh-huh.
And the ROV is just flying right a meter off the bottom as its hydraulics is connected to the drum that spins and unwinds the cable as it navigates.
That's wild.
Yeah, and then it just kind of parks this drum at the end, removes the cables or the connectors, and comes up with the drum underneath of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Huh.
So you can, at Endeavour, really precisely place your cables through all the like vents and whatever,
Right.
as opposed to with a cable ship trying to lay it over top of everything.
Yeah, yeah. 2 kilometers above. Yeah.
It's another terrifying exercise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most of our infrastructure is done that way, except here where there's some pretty nasty stuff. But they're not, you meant with pinned down by something to hold them down.
Yeah, yeah, like staple down like we did
We
last
started
night.
with these what do we call them? They weren't mud mats, they were just little pieces of
Chafe guard.
chafe guard basically, and the cable was wound through it so that it stuck to it, because we thought there'd be a lot of strumming over sharp edges, but
Yeah.
it actually turned out there wasn't really happening like that, and we didn't really use them.
I just
And-
moved
And they
Atalanta
just
over
kept
here.
you can see there's a
But-
spring, often there's a spring shaped, a slinky shape
Yeah,
to it,
yeah.
which kind of keeps it off the ground anyway, but
Yeah, we have about a half a pallet of those still at MTC.
Of those
chafe
mats,
guards,
yeah.
So are we going to start our transit towards the node soon?
Yeah, once we start following this is heading towards a node, eventually we'll go faster. It's just in this kind of high risk area where we're not unsure where the mud mats could end up. We just want to make sure we're not going to be landing it right on top of it.
or an octopus.
Yeah, on that cute little guy.
Oh, they'll move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
No, I don't know.
I don't know, that sablefish took a while to evacuate from the caisson yesterday.
Yeah.
Really didn't want to leave.
If there's eggs there, they don't move.
So I don't know. I think if we can follow this, in a perfect world, we don't see it coming near to crossing that kind of line, the imaginary line that we've drawn in the first 200 meters, and after that, we're probably fine.
Okay, 200 meters is the aim. I just moved Atalanta a bit closer just because I don't know the strike of this cable very well until we get along it a bit.
And we might lose it right there.
Yeah, that would be great because then it goes off into the distance,
Yeah.
away from our cable lay strike.
Yeah, it's just like, this is the only thing.
What is our cable lay strike?
315.
Roger.
Yeah.
135.
485.
So Rennie, that point you made there for us, that's from the JB MudMat 13 landing zone at the right heading of the lay, right?
It was at 135.
Yeah, okay.
I can,
No, it's
yeah,
it's all good.
135, as long as we're all in agreement there, then yes.
In agreement.
In agreement. Agreement?
It's egregious.
Egregious. That's when I believe, concur with you.
Yeah.
Together we can concur anything.
Divide and concur.
That happened pretty quick.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know why that was the one that got me.
It's like listening to like Inigo Montoya and Andre the Giant up there, you know, like real classic Princess Bride banter.
Is Steve still here?
Yeah, he's there. Oh, yeah, yes.
Yep. I was just
Shore,
dozing off.
Shore reports that the CTD benchmarking looked good.
Oh, good.
I think
Our
the
system
lounge
is working.
The system is working. So is that just to do that instead of changing the CTDs on spec every X years?
It's to get more of an understanding of that whole thing. So back about 15 years ago, I was hired to to give these numbers, like change them every 2 years, because we were doing some work in deep sea, and we just picked that.
Right.
And it's just off to cut, you know. And now we've been doing this, and we find that different places have different problems, and so there's no reason to just have a 2-year thing. It's either leave them there, because you know when you replace an instrument, you're basically that's working. The only thing that can happen that's, you know, different is the fact that it's not working.
Right, or
So-
it gets fouled, I guess. And
So there's some fouling in certain places. The one we brought up yesterday, or earlier today, I guess, it had animals living in it, so it was starting to go.
right.
But places like here, it's probably a little more quiet. But this one's about a year old. Anyways, if we have references then, with the known CTD that we've actually calibrated just before we went on cruise, even if it drifted a bit, we could actually just bring that drift, you know, do a linear sort of calculation.
Cool.
And if you don't go up right next to it, you're sort of like second guessing yourself whether, it was different because there's something different. So you need to actually, I mean, I don't think it changes much in the distances that we're actually working in here.
Sure, but it removes doubt. That's important.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
We did it for that, and it's like no question.
Then the next step is see how far away you can test while still being confident with your calibrations.
Yeah, that's true. You do 2 tests. You sit 2 minutes in front of it, 2 minutes at the
JB.
at the JB, and see if you get the same answer.
Yeah.
The JB actually does a little bit of heating, so that's a little bit of a problem.
That'd be an interesting test, because then if you just do a maintenance dive, you're just swapping connectors or doing whatever else you're doing there, then you can also calibrate a CTD at the same time without even making the trip. That'd be pretty cool.
Yep. Well, one of the problems we're running into is the fact that we're right in the boundary layer. So it's only 2 meters up. That's about as big as we want to bring things down, and it's still really affected by, you know, by oxygen levels due to the fact that there's the sediment there with a lot of anoxic things going on just below the sediment.
Right.
So it's not really super representative of the lower water column. It's representative of the bottom boundary layer.
Okay. That's what the CTD on the monument is.
Yeah, I think it's a little too close. I'd like to have it up maybe 5 meters, maybe 10 meters. I think 10 meters would be probably good.
Need a mooring.
But you need a pretty big stick. But, you know, we could probably build a, you know, telescoping thing that would be ROV operable.
Or just a mooring.
But then they move back and forth.
Is that okay?
No,
You could do a 3-point mooring. Tripod mooring.
with telescopic lens that inflate.
Telescoping CTD tube that just, it's mounted low, but the CTD inlet tube is mounted high.
Yeah.
Go Gadget CTD.
Oh, there's a C-pen down there.
Is it telescoping?
Cool. This is a stark reminder of how painfully slow Atalanta moves at these depths and what that means for the cable lay.
Yeah.
We've got a couple.
Ship going sideways.
Yeah.
We've got a couple pretty big train wheels. That strap onto the bottom of Atalanta.
Have you laid tracks down here already? Or to drive with the
train wheels?
Nice.
Not really.
How heavy is Atalanta?
It's about
3,000?
1,600, 1,700 pounds in water.
How heavy was Argus?
35.
That's what I think. Oh, that
I thought it was
30,000 was coming.
35 in air.
Might have been 35 in air.
35 in air, I think, was
three-
Argus.
3,000-ish.
3,000, what was stuck in my head. So, okay, so Atalanta's kind of like half that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the train wheels would help. All right.
Try to work a trainer into there, training, but can't do it.
Okay, we're almost due east of the mud mat location, and now we're increasingly, so we're 45 meters away from it. If it continues in this. Sorry, you're not on.
Yeah, this is a pretty happy heading that we're going right now.
Okay.
This is good.
I might just do more movement in this direction then. You want to do about 200 meters just to...
From the IP, like another 100 meters, we'll be pretty comfortable with that.
Okay, I'm going to try to guess again and say eventually it's going to have to come back down from the node, so I'll put Atalanta here.
We could be lucky and it went way off to the north. Maybe they had too much cable and they took like a dog leg.
Yeah.
That is definitely possible.
Bridge nav.
Yep.
Step 35 meters, bearing 115. Let's go 110. Thank you.
Actually, this is where the 3 of the termination cans that were going out to the tsunami meter BPRs imploded. And that was quite a
tsunami.
Loaded.
It's just that
yeah.
extra little bit of pressure.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. You can make little pucks of the entire electronics in the actual like puck size of, you know what a term can size is. It's about, a foot long or so, and about a interior radius of a hockey puck. And if they implode, one end imploded inwards and it flattened the entire insides into a hockey puck sized.
Did you recover that?
Yep,
You found the imploded electronics?
Yeah, well, I think Ropos was there running away as they were banging away. It happened live.
Chain reaction? Boop, 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 boop.
I think so. They were not.
Nice.
They were hanging right on. If you go to this JB, there'll be little hook, half pipe, half Schedule 40 type pipes that were holding them. They're all smashed up.
Wow. Wait, their pressure vessels were Schedule 40 pipe?
No, the holders of the pressure
okay.
vessels
Gonna
on the
say.
side of the. They were delivered down that way. They were strapped on
Roger.
the side of the junction box,
PVC pressure vessel, 2,600 meters.
attached to the bottom of Ropos. So I don't know whether that would cause any sympathetic implosions there, but I guess not.
Yeah, good news. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Fruit Loops as a snack. That's a good idea. What do you mean, what? Can you not hear me?
What's a good idea?
Fruit Loops as a snack, yeah.
Yeah, they were here. I think it was a gift from my prior self a few days ago.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's good. Gives the, the mechanics of eating. Takes a while to get through. It's not so bad for you.
Yeah.
Hits the sweet spot. How's the weather? Are we going to do heading into Bering at some point?
It's kind of not bad for going down.
Are we going to be going down?
Yeah, when we go down to the node from here.
135.
Yeah, but 315 is going to be not the best. But things could change. Hopefully the winds come a little more westward. I don't know, but that'll put the ship closer to where Cable Innovator is going to be when we're down there. So it's kind of like there's so many factors. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We just have to deal with it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would do stern 2 and anything above 10 knot winds, to be honest.
What's the concern with that? Waves over the transom?
Doesn't hold very well, and you have less control.
Okay.
And also for our purposes, it puts a stream of jet wash over the moon pool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have less control, eh?
Yeah, less control strikes me as odd.
I think you might have more control.
More control if we're stern 2? Like the boat would have more control if it's backwards?
Could do.
You definitely get more waves over the transom. You definitely get more
Definitely.
bubbles over your transducer.
Mm-hmm.
Those are huge negatives and possibly deal breakers, but
Well, you also then, I don't know how much wind resistance matters, but you got a wall instead of a point.
yeah,
But
it's for swell and stuff, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, for swell, that's going to be more resistance. Actually, it could be a bit. It would probably read that our current's higher.
Right.
I think we've done it, and it's certainly possible in lower weather states, but I think in higher ones they wouldn't do it.
Raj.
Oh, here's another reason. I think that the wind sensor is occluded by the tower,
Oh, okay.
so which would degrade the performance of it in general if it can't accurately read the wind.
Raj. Yeah.
Do you need that number there, Nico? Got one for you. We're just gonna get it later. I don't think they need to know any numbers. I agree. I don't think they need anything. Because if they have numbers, it's just not going to match up. So, yeah, it's just the beacons. We need to know where the beacons are, but they don't care.
Rennie, have you tried interrogating those beacons?
No.
Okay.
That'd probably be a good idea. Thanks, Trevor.
Oh, I can do it. It just takes a bit of...
Sorry.
it's all in there. It just
Why?
it has to do with...
I should have waited till you finished your free
Yeah, he
loops.
was just like, Trevor,
He was at like 3
20
loops
more
left.
meters,
Sorry,
20 more
man.
meters,
Rennie.
and I couldn't try to
Lines,
interrogate him more.
Rennie, numbers, Rennie, pinging.
Can do. No, it has to do with the way that Sonardyne deals with the output. I have to select it so we can actually see it here. Right now it's pre-calibrated for what we need to see, but I will switch it. It makes sense. We should ping it. 2405 and 2406.
Into
I'm
the
going
matrix
to
he
put them.
goes.
Yep, I'm deep in the
Oh
matrix
my
right
goodness,
now.
look at that.
Yeah,
Scrolling sideways.
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. Oh yeah, and this thing the first column, which is what you need, it goes away.
Oh, you don't want to. You gotta
Okay,
remember that.
don't freeze those.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Look at that! Wow.
That can't be the system, is it?
Oh, you would hope it isn't, but it is.
I thought, didn't Lynette say she already set him up?
She did for the stuff that we need to ping.
Oh, right.
Okay.
You seeing this, Nico? The deep dive into the...
Deep
right.
dive.
2405 and 2406.
That's what he has to go through to try
We
and
get
set up those
2407 while you're in there.
You missed it. It's pretty crazy.
Huh?
We have 2407 on the
I
porch.
can only
Billion
display
tables.
2
Okay.
extras at the moment. Okay, 2405 and 2406 should show up in HiPAC. Let me center.
Did they show up on NavG?
No.
Okay. Well, why did I even ask you to do this?
Okay, we
I
got
can do it.
2405, and that's the one that is, let's see. But why isn't it showing up there? I'm sending it to there.
Sorry. Sorry about this.
No,
You
it's-
saw it in
it's
Sonar
good
9?
it's good to check. Yep.
Then maybe that's all that matters.
No. It will matter later.
Matter later.
Let me make sure I did that correctly. So far, only 2405, not 2406.
You see 2405?
I see it in Sonardyne, and I disturbingly don't see it in HiPAC, so
You don't see 2406 in Sonar
at all, no.
Interesting. That was the one we confirmed was on.
Should have never looked at it.
Yeah. Schrodinger's beacon.
Yep. 2405 should be enabled as beacon 2 going into HiPAC. Let me switch it to 1 just in case.
Oh, we're almost
So
at the
then I
midnight
can
fan.
troubleshoot.
Cassie. What was
that.
these numbers for the same one?
It's like rolling on a
Right,
giant.
thank you.
Yeah, the ancient scroll.
Well, this is actually very good news that this cable is that far off to the east. Our diagrams show that it's essentially following the same path as the mud mat or the new cable.
Okay, the good news is 2405 is showing up in the correct place. Bad news is I have not heard from 2406 yet from Sonardyne at all. And I am pinging it. Let me double check on my interrogation rates.
Oh, 2024-06 is the date, not the beacon number.
Oh, well, that's where we got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
2406, 4 seconds, and how deep of a water are we?
2650.
For 60.
Yeah, 4 seconds should be fine. Why isn't it responding? Well, I'm not hearing from it. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn off 2405. We know we're tracking it.
Yep.
Let's hope we hear from 2406.
What was the one on the brow? Do you remember that number, Josh?
3009.
Okay. Thanks, Rennie.
Why am I here?
Auto XY.
24.
Why am I?
Why am I? I can leave.
Let's walk away.
2406 is set to. Okay, ONC team.
This to you guys.
Hi. Sorry. So we are hearing from 2405. It's in the place that we expect. 2406 we are not hearing from in Sonardyne.
All right.
That's the one that's by the cable.
Yeah, give us a second. We're just gonna look at our inventory, and maybe we put one of the porch beacons over there as well, and then ship a second beacon down on our mooring that we're gonna throw overboard.
Okay.
All right, just
we could also go try to pull it out of the mud a little bit if it's too deep, but the 2405 I think was the deeper one actually. But
yeah. And this, you checked these on the way down, hey?
No.
No, they've never been checked. But it was also, and I can't possibly think that this is a real reason, but it's also kind of lying not perfectly vertical.
It should be omni, it should be okay.
Yeah, I agree.
But we could go if we have to go back to potentially put a beacon back there anyway, we can mess with it. Do you want to go back?
Yeah, it sounds like we're gonna have to. We want that beacon, so.
Okay. Do we have a spare charged?
Yes.
We do? Okay. Oh, that's easy then. I'll just add another one onto our drop weight.
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
that's
I'm
good
gonna
idea.
get Dougie started on that.
Okay, I'm heading Atalanta back 4 or 5 meters, bearing 300. I'm marking this as the extent that we surveyed with the cable. Should have done it earlier, sorry. It wasn't in the plan to do. Bridge nav. Step 4 or 5 meters, bearing 300. 45 meters, 4 or 5 meters, bearing 300. Thank you. You could probably get a decent amount back. Let me just confirm. Okay, heading back.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it, see if it's fallen over, if there's anything we can do. We were just kind of having a conversation whether it's a necessity or not, because that one beacon is there, and they're going to have a beacon on the mud mat, and that should give the kind of context they need for the landing.
Yeah, I mean, now that we've surveyed this whole cable, and we know that that's kind of the...
We could give them boundaries just based off of that one beacon that's working.
You could have a distance to the other one, so you don't really need to bound it by that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, especially if they're going to have one on the mud mat.
But in the meantime, we'll still go back. We have the time?
We have the time. Okay. We'll go back. We'll see what can be done.
All right, I'm going to stop interrogating it and wait till we get closer again. Remind me of that when we were trying troubleshooting it.
Not pinging, Raj.
I did mark the extent of this cable. I don't know, so that's from the JB to where we got was 110 meters.
Yeah, that's lots. That's great.
It was, yeah, You would have to really dogleg. Now we're ripping back.
Yeah. Careful. Hang on. Paying out again.
You know, look at that chart you gave me, Nico, a while back on the beacons.
Yeah.
2406 says
It's not like set up as the same address or anything like that on any of the beacons you have, or
well, it should all be good.
they all should be the same type of beacon. They're all WMTs.
Yep,
on
I reloaded
these.
them in that way, so.
And we verified they were all charged right before giving them over to you.
I did see the stickers there saying they were all charged.
And we just saw that it was on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not sure what else you can do.
Yeah. Especially given that 2405 is like pretty much right down in the mud, so you wouldn't think that this, I mean, this isn't any further than that. And
It's a little angled, but
yeah, it
seems,
should be fine.
it seems unlikely, yeah.
Yeah. Let me just triple check everything. 2406. You can practice your Atalanta drag.
Pull you.
Yeah, here we go. Go for it.
See how far?
Yeah.
Looks like it's on the move anyway.
Will be now. Whew. Got your butt cam.
Yeah, Nico, the other thing about that Sonar 9 chart is they have a limit of like 10 beacons that you can ever have in there. So everything that you would have saved the setup for the output, if you need to delete that beacon, when you turn it back on, it defaults to all of them are on. And with whatever index number is available. So
Oh,
it's
no.
like, yeah, in case you ever are using it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Not how you would do it.
I don't suppose you can do like more of an auto discover on it then to try and find.
You can do that, but when you auto discover and add it, it defaults to all of them will be on. Every output that you've set up. So you'll see that beacon, whenever it pings, it'll also show where Hercules is, and it'll show up where Atalanta is, and it'll be sent to record on our data recorder, and it'll be sent to
That's a nice feature.
Yeah, it's a good feature, and also it's kind of buggy, so it takes a while to open and close.
Perfect. Well, do you want me to stick this in the ground more vertically, or what do you think?
Yeah, let's try it. We're here.
Okay, we're kind of here. We will be here.
I'm pinging it again.
Want to triple check the number on the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can look right at the label. Do a...
Hey, can we zoom in, please?
See the photo too.
Ready for Zoom?
Yeah, let's zoom on in there.
That's probably going to be the unit ID, which is not going to be too helpful.
That's not the helpful thing.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be on the other side.
Okay.
I find it's usually taped over. If there's a number you want to see on them, it's not available to see.
I moved the stuff around to make sure that they were visible.
Definitely on the far
Oh, no,
side.
I'm just joking.
Based on my photo, it's on the far side.
It's also our...
Well,
perfect.
is it not talking?
It's not talking.
Oh man.
What's
I even saw my name to it.
It kind of looks like what's the red bit below it?
That's a
tape.
That's a. You want to see a photo? I have the photo of the. That's the dummy plug.
That dummy plug should be right at the bottom of it, not bent like that.
Well, it's a noodly dummy plug. You want to see the photo of the porch?
Yeah, sure.
The red does confirm that I.
Oh, I see where the red is. Yeah. Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, and that is the only one with red tape on it is 2406.
Are the other ones working?
Yeah, the other one is working, so we're thinking that is good enough.
Do you want to try the next one, Randy?
I could try if it's... I don't know if it's going to talk on the porch.
On the porch on its side,
but we'll try. Well, let's get this done, and then I'll talk to the other ones.
Yeah, Raj.
It talked to its software nicely before it went down there.
Yeah.
And it told it was...
Battery charged and all that.
Yep. Not sure what.
Let me see. 406.
You're ready there.
Yeah. What do you?
I'm good. I got the
good?
180 cam.
Yeah.
See if I change the power settings on it.
Ooh, bonk.
Right now they're just in
I'm out of there.
set
Let me know when you're
to
ready.
operating range.
Okay.
Let me set them to maximum. Why not?
Yes, please.
It should try to acoustically send that command to it. Oh, sorry.
Can you send like a wake up command through the...
These don't have one because they don't need to be woken up.
Happier there? I mean,
Yeah, looks
as far
better,
as verticality is concerned.
yeah.
Let me see if I can.
I just wish it was pinging.
Yeah.
We
I'm
confirm
going
the
to
number
try to
on
get
it.
full status from this beacon. Command sequence started.
Oh, you did? Oh my god.
No, I'm not hearing from it.
Is this the one we checked for the on-off?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let me ping the one that's on the porch.
Okay.
That one is what?
I will tell you in seconds. It is 2407.
2407.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, look.
Right there.
See, I can do useful things.
Pinging 2407.
That one probably won't respond because of the porchage-ness.
We have another one.
Yeah, if the one on the porch doesn't respond even when we go to the other spot, we are going to be dropping one from the ship, so we can always drop two. It's more important that we have two beacons on the node side than on this side.
I'm not hearing from it, but I'm also less surprised about that because it's on its side and on a porch in a loud vehicle.
Yeah, so our third beacon on the porch is not responding.
But I can try 3009, the one that's on Hercules.
Yeah, we're not going to be ripping that one off, but it'd be good to know that it works.
Yeah.
That's the one that I don't have input. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, I can't try that one without removing one of the others.
Okay. Don't worry
Unless
about
you
it.
want me to, and I can.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Can you just provide me with essentially a range and bearing from the beacon that is working to this spot? Because we know this is the boundary condition.
Yes.
And the one on the ROV is actually working too, the 3009.
So that beacon.
We don't know.
No.
We don't know.
He
We're
can't.
not
He
pinging it
can't
right now.
add that one. They've got too many in their
Got
system.
it. Understood. I remember now. It's got to go. It's for the other
If
ship.
you really
for the
want
other
to, I
ship.
could. It would just take some time and effort.
No, it's not for us anyway.
Yeah, it's for the other people. We don't care about them.
I'm just pinging it a few times. I could get the distance on high pack, but I just want to see what kind of offset it's giving. I mean, it's going to be bouncing around at this depth within several meters, but I don't know why it's not showing up. Oh, I do know why. Okay. All right, from our beacon position that we dropped to the beacon position
That's not working.
that's not working. Oh, you've got all the distance down there. Can you do some trig? It is 21.5 meters, bearing 034
034.
from 2405 to 2406.
And Rennie, can you just read that back? That was bearing 034?
Bearing 034, 21.5 meters.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready to, do you want to still track that cable leg, go back to where we were? That was about 110 meters from the IP.
I think we're happy with where that cable was going.
Okay.
I think we're transiting to the node.
Okay. I can do that. Let's just go 135 and hone it in as we get closer. How's that sound?
Love it.
Let me confirm that. Well, that's not the right one.
Oh, hold on.
Hold on a second. Everything is wrong. Yeah. Okay.
Take
We'll
us
start
away.
at half a knot, and then we'll speed it up.
Make it so.
Make it so. Bridge nav. We would like to track a line at bearing 135, speed 0.5 knots. Roger that, thank you. I mean, you should still have them try it just in case.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it's,
Yeah.
but it's discouraging that one of them was working and the other one wasn't.
Operator error? No.
Yeah, you never know. Honestly, you could check everything out. It could be a frequency we have on our, I would doubt it, that there'd be a frequency that would affect 2406, but not 2405 that's on our vehicle, but, and we were quite far away from it, but you know, it's worth a shot.
They were set to, I think, 3,000 meter range. I didn't really look at it carefully because I was just looking at the batteries, but I think that's normal, isn't it? I didn't change anything.
But yeah, that would be plenty. Yeah, I don't know. As long as they were all set the same and one of them works, one doesn't. I don't know.
But yeah, but I didn't look at it close enough. I should have taken screenshots. I was just charging it.
Is it a lot of trouble that it's not ping? I mean, it feels like you guys have kind of a solid map as to where it is over the area.
Yeah, it was more of a backup to help define the boundaries of where the mud mat could land. But since we have one on there, we can essentially give them a range and bearing to that other boundary, and and they will have a similar beacon on their mud mat that they're lowering to help eliminate any of the offsets they might see between them. So as long as the beacon on their mud mat is tracking close to the one that is working, we know we're going to be happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Where'd the name mud mat come from?
I don't know, actually. Big metal mat stuck in the mud.
I
just don't think we're very creative.
No, I think it was from the industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But I have no idea why they call that a mud mat.
It was the name of my dog.
Is mud mat?
That's actually not a bad dog name.
Everything else is named after dogs.
Yeah.
That doesn't give me a really good picture of your dog.
No, I don't have a dog.
Terrible
all
picture
for the joke.
You got a dog for a joke?
I invented a dog for a joke. It's not my proudest moment.
Raj.
What was the funniest one for me was when there was a plug that was named after a dog at the main Endeavor field.
Nico's dog.
And the plug was Tempo.
That's my dog, yeah.
But it wasn't going to Tempo Mini.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing. I laughed so hard.
Yeah. I think I've made some enemies in the data stewardship team with that one.
That's fair.
It wasn't a favorite.
My dog Raz PPS is plugged into
What was that,
plugged
Nico?
into a seismometer.
Calling the connector Tempo?
Yeah, but it wasn't going to the Tempo camera.
All the
And it was at the same site.
ONC jargon.
I feel there's one that's called Fletcher, and that's kind of confusing too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, put the Fletcher in the Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I labeled the dust cap down on the vehicle, though, so you know.
Quick Google search, mud mat is something used in construction when you're doing working on unstable ground to provide a stable platform.
Neat.
So it's like a mat you put down, either concrete or steel or anything.
This tether's floaty.
It's got to be related.
I've got one here. It's a dog door mat for muddy paws, absorbs moisture and dirt.
Why am I stopped?
I think it's somewhere in between.
You have no XY to go.
Non-slip washable mat, quick dry microfiber,
Neat.
mud mat for dogs.
I don't.
Entry and door mat for inside dogs.
Yeah,
That was
or
strange.
ocean floor sediment, yeah.
I think it's the
No,
construction
it's not
thing, but it could be either.
Oh, you know why? I know why. Because your Get out of auto XY for a sec. So watch your lateral right now. Every time it goes to -2, it's going to trigger out your auto XY.
Why?
Because your joystick's got a deadband.
Oh, because of the...
So if you manually override it, it'll reset your goal. So you got to push your joystick all the way to the right to get it to, like, don't let it spring back left. Put all the way right and slowly let it go back to neutral. And then you should be good.
That seems like a problem.
Yeah, we have it on the list. It just needs a recal, the joystick. You're in auto XY now, that's fine. Yeah, that's good. Just don't even think about touching that joystick.
I didn't touch it.
You're right in the edge of the box, just FYI.
I'll change your box.
Atalanta is moving.
Edge of the box.
Edge of the box. The Atalanta box.
Edge of the box.
The bottom of the box.
Box changed.
Box edging.
Yep.
Box changed. Middle of the box. Great work.
I guess you want to see more of this. Maybe I'll auto center on.
Looks like it. Yep.
Hercules. Zoom out.
That's what I'm doing with Atalanta. Auto center on Hercules.
Only set a target to see how long it's going to get there.
Yeah, that deadband thing's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Well, it was messing me up on the launch there. Kept spinning like.
Oh.
That's why Mike said your laterals are on. That wasn't me. It was just on.
Yeah,
so
right.
I just kept like disabling the thrusters.
Oh man. Nice. Yeah, it's just, yeah, the neutral spot is negative, whatever.
Okay, at the current speed of half a knot, we'll be there in about 3 hours, but we think we can go faster once we're all happy.
What's that? Sponge? Spongy debris?
Bag.
Trash fish.
Oh yeah, trash fish.
Do you want me to increase the speed?
Yeah. We don't need to be on the bottom anymore.
Look at this layback already. 70, 80 meters layback. Going half a knot.
Cool.
Let me write that down. We've gone how far?
Is this flat and muddy the whole way, Dirk?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've gone 100 meters and there's an 80 meter layback.
Are there any corks in the way, Cassie? Do you know?
But we can be way up off the bottom. We don't have to be on the bottom to do this transit.
Yep.
I don't know off the top of my head, but
We
I
won't
can
go any
have a look.
faster. I'm off the bottom.
Even if we go
Safer.
near them, it'd just be interesting. I don't think there is this way. But there's there's about, I don't know, 10 corks around this area.
10. Oh.
And they're big, hard objects.
Increase speed to 0.7.
Roger.
Bridge, nav. Can we increase speed to 0.7? Thank you.
How fast are they making? Is
They're
this actually real?
They're making a half, yeah. Like, it oscillates a bit at this. But.
Is he going to keep that heading?
What if you toggled off auto XY and I reset the USBL? Okay, you can go back. Just want to see how that drifts over time.
Brennan, did you go ahead and stop pinging the beacon that was working?
I'll confirm that, but yes. Yep.
Awesome.
All beacons are no interrogation except the ones we want.
Perfect. What's that on the seafloor?
It's got a T-handle.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh.
Is that a,
Can we zoom in, please?
Good thing we were on bottom.
cable can thing?
What is that? Steve, you recognize it at all?
It's clear.
Huh. Rennie, any chance we could get a position for this? I think our site layout diagram people might be interested to see it.
Yep.
What is that? 1301A written on the top of it.
1301A, yeah.
It's just upside down, yeah.
Seems to be some sort of like rotary, you know, there's like a bunch of little tubes on
Yeah.
It's a mini sediment sensor. Miniature little rotary dial.
Are there other groups that do put instruments down here without telling you? Or is it all your stuff?
Okay,
No,
we'll
I
come
don't
wide,
think
please.
so. I don't think so. We're way far away from that.
Okay, we'll come wide down the video, please.
We never saw it. Could be some University of Washington stuff. There are other groups who have been in this area.
Oh, now, sorry, could you bring that up again?
Yep.
Is there some sort of like shared database as to, who's deploying what so that you don't trip over each other or anything like that?
Well, all our stuff is
So
pretty
buggy.
public.
Yeah.
You good there, Data?
And then we do put
Almost.
these
Yep.
sites on, different marine maps and everything. But I
Thank
just
you.
don't recognize that at all.
Yeah. You'd think you'd have to I don't know, maybe brand is too strong of a word, right? But like if found contact kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
situation.
That looked, pretty science hobbled together. Looked interesting. It was clear, which is not usual.
Yeah, it was strange that it was clear. Like,
What we
you,
found.
would you,
We just went by this.
would that be,
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
is there anything, what clear material would be pressure?
Well, it might be oil filled, right?
Yeah, it
So
can't be, it would be
it
air
has to
filled.
be oil filled.
Yeah. It was far too
It's got
thin.
an ROV T
of
handle.
walls.
It had a number on it. But I don't recognize what that would be at all.
Oil filled or water filled right now?
That should be you. 01A, I think. Yeah. It's classic. It looks like science.
Yeah.
You never know what you'll find down here.
I've never forgotten that lawn chair.
Oh yeah. Or a version 4.
We just ruined some grad students' data. They're sitting at a computer screen right now. And
Yeah, totally. Where am I going to see no light for a year?
Well, we marked the location.
Yeah.
It's a light experiment.
Yeah, darkness experiment. Yeah.
You can send out a mass email. Is anyone missing a oil-filled tube labeled Cascadia region? Yeah, the moment you left out the door. Kind of just looked like another one of these sea sluggy type. Oh yeah, okay.
Current Atalanta layback is 160 meters. The ship is going 0.7 knots, bearing 135.
Copy.
Oh, do you have my phone?
The USBL and DVL are great right now, since we reset it.
Is the bottom coming up or going down?
Flat.
Okay. I can't even, that doesn't even compute to me.
I don't know of any change. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure of any.
No,
yeah.
that's, yeah, great.
I'll pull up the
I'm
base
just
map.
struggling to imagine.
Yeah. For ROV purposes, flat.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Let me show you what.
Yeah.
There you go, Gab. That's the base map.
Oh wow, this is where we're heading to next?
Yeah, we got a long way to
We got a
go. It's
minute.
about 3.2 kilometers away. We're traveling at half a knot. Should take about 3 hours. Once we get there, we're pretty much doing similar things, setting up some beacons, setting up some landing zones for the cable innovator. And then we do have to surface deploy one of our beacons, so that might be kind of fun.
And surface deploy means toss over edge?
Yeah, yeah.
Got it.
Eloquently with with the crane and a sea catch, but essentially toss over the edge.
That's pretty cool.
It'll have one of these beacons on it, so we'll be able to watch it on its way down, so it won't be too hard for us to find, which is nice.
And what's already at this site?
So this is our node site. So this is where our backbone cable that comes all the way from shore, our Port Alberni site, and does the big loop.
Oh, yeah,
so the node comes off of a spur from that backbone cable and provides power to all these various different instrument sites. So there's one here, there's another one. If you move the high pack screen, we'd see some more. There's only 2 sites powered by this Cascadia node right now, but we have hopes of expanding it real soon.
But yeah, there's effectively cable that we could follow in between.
Yeah, so that cable we were following at the beginning, that small yellow cable, does head all the way here. It just might take a bit of a erroneous path, and we're taking more of a direct.
Yeah, as the crow flies, yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of these, this site does have these 3, what we call bottom pressure recorders, or BPRs, coming off of it. We only see one on the map here, but they head in, you know, different directions from that. And they help do some seismic work.
Yeah, so wild how extensive this is.
Mm-hmm. I think we deployed this one on the Nautilus in 2020.
You may need to eventually adjust your track. You can see how that is different from the way the ship's going.
Might need to speed up a little bit too. I'm catching you.
Let me know if you want me to zoom in here. Get the strike of the ship. So that has changed the vehicle heading, but not the bearing.
So if you do a forward and port, it'll do a 45 angle. If you go. Okay, yeah, you can do that too. You don't have to. Not necessarily. If you hit forward and port right now, it'll go like on a bit of a 45-degree angle. That's just a suggestion. That's one thing you could do, or you could do what your idea is too. Just options. But I think you're better off to be kind of more here eventually on that relative. Because when we're transiting, I prefer to have the tether in line rather than sideways, because you have more things you could potentially catch or drag or whatever. Yeah, but that's tracking it good. Now it's kind of doing a little bit of a... Yeah. Yeah. We don't do too many like mud transects anymore.
No.
We used to do it all the time, and like when we would go along, I'd do the auto XY thing, but I'd just do the zigzaggy pattern.
Yeah, I remember
like,
doing that too.
Cut like just to cover more ground, you know?
Totally.
So that was the thing I used to do, like step forward and side, and then step forward side the other way.
Yeah, since we've gotten into C-mount territory,
yeah,
like I haven't done it in ages.
It's been a long time.
I'm super happy because we've gone 300 meters and our USBL and our DVL are super bang on.
Right, because it's been dead flat and like...
Yeah, but it's good to know that there's not any calibration kind of weirdness there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
DVL is well calibrated in. That's great.
Yep, at 045, no plus or minus. Exactly as it's mounted.
Yeah, perfect.
Definitely been flagging up a little bit. Been having to keep coming down.
We should, I mean, just monitor mesos in case there's anything wild, but it's multi-beam has it dead flat, and they've already laid a cable and there wasn't any.
What's that?
We'll just keep monitoring mesos in case there's anything we don't know about, but it's dead flat according to multi-beam, and there has been a cable laid, and there wasn't anything noted, so.
What's going on at 10 meters on the, or at 20 meters on the Atalanta meso then?
There's occasionally little stuff in there that disappear, so I don't know, fish or just weird pings.
Yeah, okay.
Atalanta is the one on the left?
Yes. Is that better for everybody?
Oh yeah. I can always